everyone, welcome back to my channel. Are you struggling with a smelly washing machine, or it could have black in the rubber seals? Well, today's video I'm going to show you how to get rid of the black in the seals of your washing machine, how to give it a deep down clean, and how to get your laundry smelling amazing. If you want to know, keep on watching. So in today's video I'm going to try and make it nice and quick, because I know I ramble on far too much in half of my videos, in all of my videos. Who am I trying to kid? In all of my videos I ramble on too much, so I'm going to get stuck into it really quick so that you can take some inspiration from my video and have a lovely fresh smelling washing machine that produces nothing but fantastic smelling clothes every time. First thing that we need to do to get that lovely smelling laundry is to take care of our washing machine, and I tend to do mine every 6 to 8 weeks. So there's 3 ways to clean your washing machine to give it a nice deep down clean, and as you all know, my favourite way to clean my washing machine is with bicarbonate of soda and white vinegar. And to do it this way, all you need to do is put 2 large tablespoons of bicarbonate of soda into the drawer of your washing machine. This is for a front loading washing machine. Put 2 tablespoons of bicarbonate of soda in the drawer of your washing machine and 1 cup of white vinegar into the drum, and put it onto a 60-degree wash. And if it's been quite a while since you've given your washing machine a nice deep down clean, then I do advise that you clean on a 90-degree wash, which does take a few hours, but again, you're giving it an all-round deep clean, and it works perfectly every time. I use a little tiny bit of white vinegar or a white vinegar spray around the rubber seals of the drum and inside the drawer, and this generally does the job for removing any build-up and any scum that may be in the lining. The other method that I have just found, which is amazing, is soda crystals. So you use 500 grams of soda crystals, which is quite a lot, but it gives the washing machine a really good clean. And I've done it on a 60-degree wash, which my washing machine usually takes around 2 hours 15 minutes for a 60-degree wash, and I gave it a deep down clean. And before I done that, I used a very small amount of mildew cleaner in the seals, because, and as you've seen in my previous video where I spoke about the Calgon product for cleaning washing machines, you will have seen the rubber seal then. It is too far gone, and I did need to use a mildew spray to remove a majority of that black. I used a tiny bit, and I'm talking 3 sprays, and then I just left it to soak, cleaned it with a cloth, and it came up amazing. And I'm going to insert a clip for you to see exactly what that product is that I used, so that you can buy the same. It was from Home Bargains and it was around £2, but it smelled very strongly of bleach, but it done a fantastic job, and I just used 3 sprays and that was plenty. And I put 500 grams of soda crystals into the drum of the washing machine, put it on a 60-degree wash, and my washing machine was sparkling, literally sparkling. So I'm kinda always going to be loyal to bicarbonate of soda and white vinegar, but at the moment I feel soda crystals is winning. The soda crystals clean my washing machine like nothing has ever cleaned it before. So soda crystals at the moment is one of my favourite cleaning products, because it made my washing machine so clean, and the laundry smells beautiful when it comes out the washing machine. And then if you don't have bicarbonate of soda and white vinegar or any soda crystals in the house, then fear not. I've got a fantastic hack that works just as amazing. I've used this once, and yeah, it's a very good way of cleaning your washing machine, and that is a dishwasher tablet. Pop a dishwasher tablet in your washing machine on a 60-degree wash and let it run its course, and it will clean the washing machine. Obviously you're gonna have to get into the rubber seals and stuff like that. So I think the reason why our washing machines do get a little bit smelly, or you know, a little build up of gunk, is because we love to use the eco wash, which is a 30-degree wash, which our soap powders say is the best temperature to wash our clothes. And I love a 30-degree eco wash. It lasts for an hour in my washing machine, but I just don't feel like it's I feel like the 30-degree wash is contributing to my washing machine not being as clean as it could be. Sometimes it needs a hot wash, and generally my washing machine only goes on a hot wash if my work uniform is in there or the bedding is in there, and 9 times out of 10 I wouldn't necessarily put the bedding or the towels on a 90-degree wash. So sometimes it's nice to give it that deep down clean when you do use the eco wash at 30 degrees. It's nice to give it that deep down clean with a 90-degree or a 60-degree wash. And the other thing that I feel like contributes to the washing machine getting a little bit smelly and gunky is the soap powder that we use. Sometimes we can use too much soap powder, too much fabric softener, and that can cause the washing machine to become gunky and slimy. Why? Just why? It's like stood outside the house barking. Speaking some technical language, my dogs may understand, but I don't. Anyway, the dog knows I'm filming. So those gel pods, in a 30-degree wash, I feel like the gel doesn't necessarily dissolve as well as it would in a 60-degree wash or a 90-degree wash. And I absolutely love them gel pods. They're so convenient and easy to just throw into the washing machine, because as you just know, my washing machine is in a housing unit. Worst mistake I ever made was to actually put my washing machine in a housing unit, because I can't air it overnight and leave the door open, because my OCD wouldn't allow me to leave the doors open and the washing machine door open. Whereas if it wasn't in a housing unit, then yeah, I could leave it open a little bit. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Yeah, using too much soap powder, using too much fabric softener all contributes to basically that build-up of gunk and slime in the actual rubbers of the washing machine. So it's important to use exactly what the manufacturer recommends when it comes to washing our clothes. I don't follow them to a T, and I'm not going to sit here and lie and go, oh yeah, I follow them, I use 25 mils and blah blah. But the way that I do guess it is, I love to use aerial gel and I love to use the pods, and I do use powder at times. But if you look at how much gel is in them little pods, then you can actually see that there's only a tiny bit, whereas we'll use a whole scoop of soap powder or a whole filled cup of gel when we don't need to. So I use the cap off the gel, I fill a little round insert, and I use 2 caps of fabric softener. So this helps to minimise the amount of build-up of slime and gunk. Don't forget to clean your filters. The filter is usually located at the bottom of a front loader washing machine, and this really does help. Cleaning the filter at the bottom really does help to keep your washing machine running well. Sometimes you can hear a penny catching and stuff like that if you just open the filter, but be prepared for the water, because it's a free shower. Yeah, you'll get saturated. But clean the filter out, give it a little clean in there, pop the lid back on, and you know you've done it, it's good to go. So that's the care of the washing machine covered. Now let's work on keeping our laundry smelling super fresh, so that when people walk past they go, what soap powder do you use? I love that. I love it when that happens. Like, I would rather someone say to me, what soap powder do you use, rather than what perfume are you wearing? We all love the smell of fresh laundry. I know I do. It's something that I absolutely love. And I think the thing that I do most of all, and it's quite a shame really, because when I do it and then somebody asks me what soap powder I've used, I always go, I don't know which one I put in now. So take your pick, because I'm going to insert a video now for you to see the importance of changing your soap powders. I do not pay for my soap powder and fabric softener and every other little thing that I use in the washing machine at full price. I will buy these when they're on offer in Sainsbury's, Tesco, Asda, Co-op. All those places every single week have an offer on some type of fabric softener and soap powder. So once you see that offer, I tend to buy 2 and double up. And sometimes it can be the Persil, sometimes it can be the aerial gel is usually £5.99, but it's on offer for £2.99. So I'll buy 2 and I'll stock up that way, and then I can just switch and change over what soap powder takes me fancy, put my hand in and pop them in the washing machine, and the clothes come out smelling gorgeous. So as you can see in that video, there is quite a lot of soap powder. It's an obsession. I love soap powder as much as I love perfume. But all those soap powders do get used, and I use them differently. I rotate if I like the smell of the previous wash, and that was Fairy Non-Bio, then I'll do another wash with Fairy Non-Bio. But if you use the same soap powder and fabric softener all the time, you're never going to smell anything different, because we become immune to smells. I know I do. If I smell something for too long, I become immune to it and I don't even notice the smell anymore. So switching out your fabric softeners and soap powders and tumble dryer sheets will give your laundry a nice fresh boost. And yeah, that's what I do. I change it up and it works every time. And then obviously we've done the washing, we take it out and it smells gorgeous. If we put it straight into the tumble dryer and we pop a couple of sheets in, and then, you know, it's on for 60 minutes or however long your tumble dryer takes, you kind of find that the clothes have lost the scent. They don't smell. It just goes off them, and when you take them out, you're like, why did I even bother? Because you can't smell nothing, they just smell hot. So I have one tip, and I really want you to try this and leave me a comment down below to let me know how you got on with it, because I know it works every time for me. And that is, when I've took the laundry out and that laundry is going into the tumble dryer, which is generally towels and underwear, I put them into the tumble dryer with a couple of sheets. I set it for the time that I want it on, and I don't leave the house. I will never leave a tumble dryer unattended, ever. They are not safe, no matter what. Don't walk away from them and leave them. They're just not safe. But you know, I'm not here to preach that to anybody. I just know that my tumble dryer was one of the tumble dryers that was recalled, that needed the extra par fitting. I've had the extra par fitted, but do I trust my tumble dryer? No, I don't even trust it slightly. Not even one bit. If I didn't have to use it, I wouldn't use it. So I don't tend to leave the house at all when I've got the tumble dryer. I won't even come upstairs and clean up or whatever. I'll stay downstairs, because if there's a smell or a pop or a bang, I want to be there. I want to be there, so I'm the first out the door to run and leave Lee and Lee to deal with it. Yeah, that sounds about right. But anyway, my little super tip is leave the clothes in the tumble dryer. So if you put them in for 60 minutes and they're bone dry, leave them in there. Don't open the door, don't do anything. Leave them in there for a few hours. You want the tumble dryer to be cold when you go back to it, and then when you take your clothes out of the tumble dryer, they will smell amazing. It works every time. I tend to put a wash into the tumble dryer, which again is generally towels and underwear, of a morning, and I don't take it out until the night. And it doesn't even matter if I don't take it out until the next day. They will still smell amazing. It's like the heat has bumped out all the scent from all the fabric softener and soap powder, and then we pull them out and the fresh air hits it and the smell's gone. Whereas if you leave them in the tumble dryer, they will smell amazing. Do it. Leave me a comment down below and say to me, Toni, it worked, and I'll be like, I know. The other thing is to not leave laundry in the washing machine. Never, ever, ever, ever put a wash in the washing machine and do it and go to bed and get it out the next morning, because that laundry will be smelly. You can't do it. You have to, if you're lucky enough to have a washing machine like this, mine does, and it's absolutely fantastic. I will program my washing machine to do a delay start, and the washing machine will start at 6 o'clock in the morning, and by the time I get up at 6:45, the washing is done and I can peg it on the line, put it on the maiden, put it in the tumble dryer, whatever I want to do, and it's fresh, and I haven't had to worry in any way at all about the washing being overnight in the washing machine and stinking. You have to get it out straight away within the first 15 minutes. Just get it out and let it get airing, and then that way the laundry doesn't smell. Now, it's great if we've got sunny weather like we've got today. That's fabulous. Put the washing on the washing line and it's dry. There's no better smell than fresh laundry, although I believe that putting it on the washing line, it still loses a majority of its scent. But I will always bring it in off the washing line, leave it in a pile on the bed, and I'll put it away in the night, because I want it to air, I want it to settle. So I have a rule in my house where no washing can stay out on the washing line past 7 p.m. at night. I know. I know. Lee keeps wanting to check me into some type of, I don't know, laundry rule asylum, if there even is one. But yeah, I have a rule. No laundry can stay on the washing line past 7 p.m. at night, otherwise spiders will nest in here and all that type of stuff. People will be having barbecues and it'll stink. So it's in before 7 o'clock and it gets left on the bed until I come up and go to bed, and I'll put it away before I go to bed. And then it's had a couple of hours to basically air and settle in the bedroom, and it's not damp or anything like that, and it's nice and fresh. But when we don't have sunny weather and it's teeming with rain, I'm like, where are we going to put the washing? Because I don't like to put washing on the radiators. Then that's where the clothes maiden comes in, which is basically a clothes area. And I purchased mine from IKEA, and it's a fantastic clothes area. You can fit absolutely loads on it, but then it's dry in it. And I hate the sight of a maiden. You will never see a maiden in anywhere in the downstairs of my home. I just don't like to have a maiden in the rooms downstairs. So I have one upstairs, and it goes in my office with a dehumidifier. Now I will insert a picture here for you to see my dehumidifier. Mine was made by Logic, and it's a laundry dehumidifier. So it has a swing action flap, and it dries the laundry within about 4 hours. It's very low. It has a very low use on electric. It basically just draws all the moisture out of the air, and it has a board which has, you know, dehumidify, defrost, you know, dry. As you can see, I'll insert pictures. It's a fantastic dehumidifier. I'm going to link it in the description box below for anybody who may want to purchase one, because I couldn't be without this, especially in the winter when we don't have fabulous weather, and some clothes like the shirt that I've got on today can't go in the tumble dryer, so they will go onto the clothes maiden, but it goes into the office and it's in there for no more than 4 hours, and it's dry. It draws all the moisture out, and I highly recommend them. I find that clothes that are aired and dried inside the home always smell so much nicer than when they are dried out on the washing line, and that's simply because I feel like the smell of the laundry detergent and the fabric softener really stays in the fabric, so you can really smell them. So all my work uniforms are generally dried indoors because they have a special coating on them, so they dry super fast, and that coating holds the scent and the fragrance. They go into the office on the maiden with the dehumidifier, and they smell amazing when they're dry. And I always think that when clothes are aired and dried in the home, they smell so much better, and your house smells gorgeous too, so it's win-win. But when you're pegging them out on the washing line, you know, they do lose a majority of the fragrance. They smell like fresh air, but would you rather they smell like fresh air or fresh laundry? I prefer fresh laundry. Now for a quick recap, when you are cleaning your washing machine, you are going to use, and I'm going to leave this all in the description box below, if you are using the bicarbonate of soda and white vinegar, you will use 2 tablespoons of bicarb in the drawer and a cup of white vinegar in the drum, and you'll put it on a 60-degree wash. If you're going to use soda crystals, you will use 500 grams, which is 1 jug full of powder. They sell a 100-gram bag in Home Bargains for about £1, and you'll get 2 washing machine cleans out of that. You'll pop 500 grams into the drum, put it on a 60-degree wash, good to go. But with that, you will need to use a mildew spray or a white vinegar spray in the lining of your washing machine. If you want to do it naturally, then I advise you use vinegar. If it's a little bit too far gone, like mine was a little bit too far gone, a little tiny bit of mildew spray will remove that black rubber, will remove those black marks from your rubber seal. But it's important that you do that before you do the soda crystals in the washing machine. And then if you don't have any of that at hand, throw a dishwasher tablet in on a 60-degree wash, and it'll be nice and clean. Little hint and tip, keep your pegs in a peg bag. Don't leave them out on your washing line, because they will make your clothes dirty. Rain's dirty, there's dust in the air and everything else, so it'll make your clothes dirty when you're pegging them out on the line. And give your washing line a little wash before you peg your clothes out, because again, your washing line gets dirty. I wash mine every single day that I use it. I go across with the cloth and it's dirty every time, and I clean it every day. Well, we've had sunny weather now for how long, and I've cleaned it every day and it still gets dusty and dirty. So give your washing line a little wipe, and yeah, that's it. You'll have fabulous smelling laundry like no other. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative and it helps you to have fantastic smelling laundry and a perfect smelling washing machine too. I'll see you all in my next video. Have a fabulous day everyone, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? pity.